teach. So feel free to join along and add these to your own martial arts curriculum. Let's begin. Junbi! Cheer up. Get ready. Back to Junbi. Today we're going to be focusing on front snap kick, up chagi. Once again, very, very basic kick, but there's a lot to it that a lot of people fail to work on. So right now we're just going to warm up with a couple of leg drills, get those muscles warm before we stretch them out. I need everybody to get into a front stance. That is 1.5 shoulder widths wide, 1.5 shoulder widths long. Your knees should be bent out in front of you, back knee locked. So what I want you to do is take that front leg and push into the ground. Focus and push that front foot into the ground and hold it. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Relax. Push it back into the ground. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Relax. Push that front foot into the ground. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Relax. One more. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Okay, switch. Once again, nice big front stance. Your knee should be directly over top of your foot, pushing straight down. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Relax. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Relax. Push down. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Relax. One more time. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Good, switch. Now we're going to step into a back stance. Make an L with your feet, one foot pointed at a 90 that way, the other one pointed straight out in front of you. Sliding your front foot forward. Back knees bent, front knees bent. 70% of your weight should be on your back leg, back shoulder, over top of your foot. Now you're going to push down with that back leg. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000. Once again, pushing down with that back leg, pushing down into the ground. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Relax. Pushing down. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Good. Switch. Once again, assuming a good back stance. Most of the 70% of the weight on that back leg, back shoulder, over top of your back foot. Pushing down into the ground. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Relax. Push down. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Relax. Push down one more time. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Relax. Okay, quick thing I want everybody to note. Notice I do not stretch before I work out. You take a frozen rubber band, you go stretch it, it's going to break. You take a warm rubber band and you stretch it, it'll stretch all day long. When you work out on your own, ease into it. You should save your stretching for after the workout. So no matter what activity you're doing, tennis, basketball, football, use that activity as the warm-up. Like now we're going to be doing front stretch kick. So once again, don't try to kick up here immediately. Start low, work your way up. We're going to be doing this out of a front stance. Pretend like your back leg is in the cast, and all we're going to be doing is swinging it. Hana, do, set, net, dasit, yasit, ilgu, yado, aha, yo, switch, other leg, hana, do, set, net, dasit, yasit, ilgu, yado, aha, yo. Once again, we're working on getting that blood moving and starting a dynamic stretch. Now, we're going to just knee raises to the chest, driving off that back foot. On this drill, I want everybody to focus on driving off of that foot. Not just lifting it, exploding off the calf. A good way to practice this, up against the wall, try to knee yourself in the face. My count. Hana, dual, set, net, switch, hana, dual, set, net. Good. Let's focus on those hamstrings. Don't force yourself to the ground. Let gravity do the work. Just dangle. Lock your knees and just dangle. Hana, dual, set, net. Slowly up. Reaching back. Back down. Hana, dual, set, net. That's it. Slowly up. Reaching back. One more time down. Hana, dual, set, net. That's it. Slowly up. Good. Reset. Spread your feet. Once again, I don't want hands on the legs, hands on the ground. Yes, you can increase your flexibility that way, but you're not actually building strength where it's required. So just hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Walk it out a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Walk it out a little bit. Go down to the left. Hana, dual, set, net. To the right. Hana, dual, set, net. Down the middle. Hana, dual, set, net. Reset. Good. Let's walk it up. Now we're going to start with a deep lunge. Left leg forward. Deep lunge. Really focus on stretching that calf. Hana, dual, set, net. Pivot. Keeping your foot flat on the ground. Hana, dual, set, net. Switch, pointing it up. Hana, dual, set, net. Stretching to the right. Once again, focusing on that calf. Hana, dual, set, net. Pivot. Keep your foot flat on the ground. Focus on stretching that ankle. Hana, dual, set, net. Rotating up, toes to the ceiling. Hana, dual, set, net. Now, when you're doing these, you can do them 5 seconds, 10-second count, 15-second count. Anything more than 30 is kind of a waste of time. At that point in time, you're going to be damaging the muscle fibers, and then you start getting the negative outweighing the positive benefits. So now let's spend a couple minutes talking about what it takes to throw a good kick. As I talk about all the time, technique, technique, technique. Too many times when we throw a kick out of front stance, back stance, fighting stance, we focus on the quads, lifting the leg. Everything we do, from a jab to a kick, power begins on the ground. What most people overlook is that driving off the foot. They focus on just lifting the leg. And I really hope you can tell the difference between driving off the foot and a leg lift. Once again, our power comes from kinetic linking. And with our power coming from the ground, any steps in between missing reduces the effectiveness of your overall kick. So that calf, being the strongest muscle in your body, is the most important thing that constantly gets overlooked. Now, the other common misconception of kicking. You know, you'll talk to most street fighters and they will tell you there's no point practicing kicking high when in a street fight, that is as effective. They're 100% right. I'm not going to go into a self-defense scenario where I'm going to be like, I'm going to kick that guy in the head. Most of my kicks are going to be low, whether it be to the groin, or sorry, the knee, the groin, maybe even the solar plexus. If I'm not going to kick anybody in the head, then why train that way? You never know. It just comes down to that. You never know. If I'm having to defend myself against somebody who constantly keeps his hands here, going to the head may be an option. The main reason why I practice flexibility is to prevent damage, to prevent hurting myself. Flexibility stretches out those muscles, makes your muscles more explosive, less prone to strain or injury. That's why we practice kicking high. So, once again, we're going to spend time focusing on the stance. Now, it's 4 parts to every kick. Chamber, execution, rechamber, reset. I don't care if it's the roundhouse, front snap kick, or the hook kick. 4 parts to every kick. Today we're going to keep it simple, focus on the front snap kick. So, we're going to be practicing mostly out of a front stance. So once again, nice wide base, 1.5 wide, 1.5 long, driving off that foot. First drill that we're going to do is probably the most important drill. Do the kick. It takes 1,000 hours to build the weapon and 10,000 hours to polish. Right now we're building that weapon. The most important drill is just repetition. Doing it over and over and over again. Eventually your body will find the most economical way for it to perform this function while spending the least amount of energy. So practice, practice, practice. So let's just do a couple up joggies, front snap kick, kicking with the rear leg, driving off, up, this is the very first movement, up, out, back, down. 4 parts, my count. Hana, do, set, net, dasu. Reset, Pako. Once again, Hana, do, set, net, dasu, yasu, ilgo, yaro, aha, yo. Good. Problem with live, I'm pretty sure on my right side I only did 5. If I did, I apologize. Now let's go with the, what are we kicking with? A lot of people teach kicking with the top of the foot, which is good. You go to somebody's groin, kicking up, you're going to hit something. What about the solar plexus? What about the nose? What about coming up underneath the chin? You come up with the top of your foot, you're going to break your toes. Make sure you're kicking with the ball of the foot. You have to pull those toes all the way back. Now, next drill, very simple. Out of a horse stance. Give me 1 second, let me make sure you can see where I'm standing. Okay, out of a horse stance. 1.5 shoulder widths wide, weight distribution 50-50. Your job on this is going to be to throw that kick as fast as you can without shifting your body weight. Anybody can throw this kick if they bring all their body weight over here. Your job is to throw that kick without shifting as much as you possibly can. So start with the right leg, hana, do, set, net, dasu. Good, left leg, hana, go, set, net, that's it. Good. Once again, focus on trying not to shift that weight too far to the right or too far to the left. This is just a drill. Never gonna fight this way. It's just a drill to add. So let's go over some of the basics one more time. Knee up. Knee up. 1, improves flexibility. 2, improves speed. 3, you are required to use less energy. It's a lot easier to lift this leg there than it is all the way there. It's a lot faster to lift this leg there than it is all the way from there. This chamber is one of the most important aspects of every kick. Spend many, many hours on this. Deep thought, deep thought. So, once again, kicking ball of the foot with the drill. If you have Bob, great training drill. If you have a heavy bag, great training drill. You notice here, I cannot kick up. Doesn't make sense to kick up. All your energy is going that way, none of it's going that way. So, make sure that when you're practicing this at home, you're practicing on the out, not on the up. Whether I'm going to the groin, I know that's not his groin, but I'm not going to take time to turn them. Whether you're going to the solar plexus, or whether you're going to the head. It is an outward kick, not an upwards kick. Next drill, we've kind of already done it when we were stretching, is just the calf drive drill. Too many times the calf gets overlooked, and this is just a training drill. So my count, 100, go, set, net, that's it, yogo, yaro, aha, yo, switch, hana, go, set, net, that's it, yasu, yogo, yaro, aha, yo. Oh, sorry. I thought I had a question. It was just a comment from Cody. Thanks, Cody. Good. Oh yeah, and don't hesitate. You have a question at any time, write it in, text it in, doesn't matter. It does matter, please write it in on YouTube so I can see. But never hesitate to ask a question. So, let's go over real quick everything that we've done tonight. Hopefully people will come up with their questions of the night. And once again, front stance, 1.5, 1.5. Focus on that nice big stance. Focus on posture, head over shoulders, over hips, over feet. Head over shoulders, over hips, over feet. That's all you take away tonight. I'm happy with that. Head over shoulders, over hips, over feet. Good foundation of your feet, 60% forward, 40% backwards. I like to keep about 60% of the weight on the balls of my feet with 40% on the heels. You can do the math. And hands in a good on guard position. Notice that my hands are not up. Ribs are open, kicks are allowed. It's a whole lot easier to come here than it is to block a low kick to the ribs. Ribs break a lot easier than people think. Back stance. Weight distribution. 70% over the back leg, 30% over the front leg. Back shoulder over the back foot, back hand protecting the jaw, front hand, for those of you that were here at the jab class, front finger pointed at my opponent. That way all I gotta do is extend. Good. Last drill of the night. Too many times we practice in this kicking area, or the younger ones of us practice in this kicking area. You got an entire body to play with. So when you're practicing these drills, work the whole body. Work the whole body. Move. Move. So if you have a bob, practice out of your fighting stance, kick, move, step, kick, move. Moving. Don't hesitate to throw lead leg. Lead leg is highly overlooked. So, move, move, move. If you don't have a bob, you have a mirror. Practice in a mirror. You don't have a mirror? Go outside. I know this is about to blow a lot of people's minds. Practice up against a wall, preferably with the sun at your back, because then you have a partner in front of you to train with. Hence the term shadow boxing. Great way to train. Great way to train. So I'm going to open it up. Question of the night. Please feel free. Write in the closing comment. Otherwise, it's the honor system again. I got one. Okay. Cody asked why the high chamber. For the most part, the high chamber is very unique to the Korean martial arts. Hapkido, Taekwondo, Tang Soo Do, things along those lines. A lot of people say it's because of the terrain of Korea, very hilly, hence the stronger legs, why we kick more than, say, Shotokan or Kyokushin Karate, walking up and down those hills, build strong legs, hence we kick more. Also explains the chamber. You'll see a lot of traditional Tang Soo Do, for instance, in their forms, they have a nice high step when they move. Why high chamber? Basically, one, to hide the kick. From here, you don't know what kick's coming. It could be front snap kick, roundhouse, hook kick. You can hide any kick in there. So for instance, you go for that kick, and they raise their hands, leaving their ribs exposed. Roll it over into a roundhouse. They drop their hands. Upchagi to the head, hook kick to the head. So one is to hide our kick. Why do I do it? Hide my kick. But more importantly, block. Somebody comes in for that kick, I'm going to block it with my shin. That way I can go right into another kick. Shin blocking is very hard. It's not for the faint of heart. I won't ever forget, there was a fellow student at Martial Arts Academy, and they put me in the ring with him. When we were done sparring, my pant legs were red. I just had red blood marks all over them because we just kept going in for the same roundhouse. So I slowly rolled up my sleeve, my pant leg, to look for the break opens, nada. Poor kid's shins were busted all up. Shin blocking is not recommended unless you do training. So some training drills. And this one, even the kiddos can do. A lot of times I tell people, kids, no toughening exercises. You can damage growth plates. But this one, anybody can do. Take a dowel rod, a broomstick, whatever you have, and just up and down the shin. Start light, and then as time goes on, you can ease into it. 2 or 3 times a week, just up and down the shin. Over time, you can go into striking. Over time, I mean years. So please, ease into it. Sorry, if you can't hear, Dexter's up here with my niece. They're not supposed to be talking yet. Shut the window, please. Okay. Yes, lead leg kick is very awkward for a lot of people. That being said, that is now predominantly the way I kick. I guess we're going to close with this. It all comes down to southpaw or orthodox stance. I will always be strong side forward, unless situation dictates where I cannot be strong side forward. So it is very conducive to me to kick with that lead leg. One, it's going to be faster. Once again, why? Just like the jab, it's closer to my opponent. 2, it's going to be not stronger, but it's going to be strong because it is going to be with my dominant leg. I use my rear hand mostly for blocking and for the knockout. So say you throw a jab, they cover up, boom, then you can step in with the rear. The weaker muscle group is made up for with distance. After all, as all my students know, force equals mass times acceleration. More distance you have, more acceleration you're going to have. But guys, other than that, once again, don't forget, barring any issues, Krav Maga will be at 7 o'clock. So please feel free to write in with any questions, comments, or concerns. Once again, everybody has my email. Please email me questions, comments, and concerns. I'm always interested in feedback. But if we have no other questions, no? Good. Other than that, Jumbi, cheer up. Get ready. Class dismissed. Y'all have a good evening. See y'all Thursday.